I got beat that. Yo, Andy Menalakis, he was a generational talent. I got bees on my head, but don't call me a bee head. Bruce Lee's on my head, but don't call me a Lee head. That shit was hard. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, who got a stinky BBL? No me joda. Eso apesta. If you got a damn, why is it so loud? If you got a stinky BBL, stay from around me. ¿Qué nasty? ¿Qué te pasa? What happened? Why you BBL tacito stinky? ¿Qué te what happened? What they put in it? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh no. Yeah, you see that? I got a bump right on the outside of my headphone. I'm not prepared. Quiet as kept. I don't even think it's a bump. I think it's a burn from the 4th of July. I found burns on my feet from the 4th of July. Let's get into the show. We got some topics. We're back like we usually are. Oh shit, I'm sorry, y'all. Why didn't y'all say I have my glasses on? I told you I don't like doing my glasses unless I'm gonna stun on somebody and just show them the big lights. But anyway, welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. What happened to Proactive? That shit was everywhere, right? I'm not sure if we covered this, but I really want to get into it. Cows and Jazz. Have you seen it? I swear it's like my new thing on TikTok. I swear to God. Zillow's blacklisting started on Monday. And Teslas are delivering themselves. Listen, all this and more. Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. My name is Kasabian, and I'll be your talent. Shit, I'll be your host with talent on loan from God. I didn't do my intro good. Let's get to the show. Y'all know what time it is. That's what rappers say. I heard Jadakiss say it on his podcast, so I know it's true. That's what rappers say. Y'all know what time it is. I don't even got my watch on. I have no idea what time it is. There you go. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. Hey. Oh, God. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I like my music. Hey. I do it on my lonely. When you on top, it get lonely. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I do it on my lonely. When you on top, it get lonely. Yeah, yeah. It's on me. I got a plan. It's on me. I got my fans. It's on me. I got my guns. It's on me. I got my cash. It's on me. I got my GSP on. I'm feeling like Tupac. Why? It's all eyes on me. It's on me. I got a plan. It's on me. I got my fans. It's on me. I got my guns. It's on me. I got my cash. It's on me. I got my GSP on. I'm feeling like Tupac. Why? It's all eyes on me. I hit shorty in the whip. She yelling Thug Life. That's the shit that I like. I can't fast that night. Life short, we gon' live it up. And that's for sure, we ain't never giving up. Never satisfied. It's Kasabian Lavoe Show. What's going on, beautiful? Hold up. All right, what's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian. I will be your host with talent on loan from God. Welcome back live from Las Vegas. I appreciate y'all for being here on the Kasabian Lavoe Show. It's beautiful. It's only like 750 degrees outside today. It went down from 775 on the face of the earth, or as we like to call it, La Vega. I love how in my episode that we covered the heat wave, I had all these people going, Nevada, the dry heat. It's humid over here. I don't give a fuck. Y'all had a heat wave for 2 days. Kiss my ass. We have heat for months. Months. Shitloads of months. Miss me with your humid days. Please. You couldn't handle dry heat. You can't handle dry heat. Go shovel snow. Go shovel snow. That's where I'm leaving it. I don't care. I woke up. I got time today, cuh. Remember that little white boy? He said, I got time today. I ain't had time the other day. But today? Today I got time, cuh. That's how Drake looked in this video. I got time, cuz. He looked weak. All right. Let's get into the show. Yes, my intro song is my bumper rotation music. I love this song. I should make some music. Hey, Loner, I should make music, right? Maybe I should put out that album that I got just sitting there. Should we listen to some songs off that album that I haven't put out? I drive him crazy when I do this. Oh, man. Okay. We got a bunch of topics to cover today. I'm going to tell you something. I'm really hot. You might see me perfusiate because it's so hot, because these damn studio lights are not heat friendly. But hey, we're going to have a great show. I'm not sponsoring Canada Dry, but it's good for my belly. And whoever said to stop drinking sodas, kiss my ass. I don't drink sodas. I drink Canada Dry or ginger ale. It's just carbonated, bubbly, ginger flavored stuff. Not soda. It's soda. It's literally, I mean, besides that and fucking rock stars, I don't drink shit else but water. And I got my water because I spent so much money on it. Stupid ass. Somebody said, oh, I forgot. Today's episode was supposed to be called Trophy Husband. Now, I do not believe that I'm a trophy husband, but we're going to get into this before we get into today's show. I was on live on TikTok. Something new I'm trying to do. I'm trying to expand my horizons. One of my boys from back in the day, Nelly Nels Nelson, the one and only from the Bronx, South Side to be exact, popped in the chat. Nelson is an interesting character. He's fucking hilarious. I love Nelson to death. Our relationship is our relationship. I love him to death. And I honestly wouldn't trade it for the world. One time he did some slick shit and he was like, nah, I'll call you son because you shine like one. And my mother was going to punch him in the mouth. That's how far back I go with Nelson. But anyway, Nelson came on live and said he's a trophy husband. What is a trophy husband? Nelson is about 5'9". I'm being generous. And Nelson is not in any fit. Okay. I said, Nelson, you can't be a trophy husband. That's impossible. You have to have a six-pack. I think minimum prerequisite to be a trophy husband, you got to have a six-pack. Excuse me. And if not a six-pack, you got to do like amazing shit. Like your wife has to be like, oh, he's an underwater welder. That's why his hair's all long and he's so handsome. Or you have to have like a big-ass $1 million smile. Like when you walk in the room, you go, hey, I'm Nelson. And all the women are like, oh my God, who is that? They don't do that for Nelson. Nelson said with a straight face, because he was like, I'm a trophy husband. You know what I'm saying? Dog, I fell the fuck out. I ain't never heard no fucking lie ever told in my life that bold. It wasn't even a white lie. That was a Puerto Rican lie. He stood there and told everybody he's a trophy husband because his girl takes care of him because she has an education and she's becoming a doctor. That don't make you a trophy husband. You're at best a stay-at-home dad or stay-at-home husband, not a trophy husband. How do you become, what do you mean? Bro, you got to do like 50 pull-ups. You got to have a six-pack with the V thing like I got. If you don't got that, you ain't a trophy. Like, you have to have the V thing. You can't be a trophy husband without that. Like, people got to see you and go, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, they got to like, ay, Dios mío, mira que handsome. Like, dudes got to look at you and go, no joda, wow, look how pretty this guy. I'm not a trophy husband. I don't know. According to Nelson, fuck yeah, I swear to God, you can literally put me on the cover of a magazine with the shit that Nelson was talking about. Shout out to Nelson. Not a trophy husband, but leave it in the chat. What's a trophy husband? You tell me. I don't know what a trophy husband is. I don't think I'm a trophy husband at all. I think I have to work really hard for whatever this all is. Whatever I got going. I haven't really had to try too hard, just to be honest with you. Look at me. Honestly, come on. You know, maybe not a trophy husband, but I could have been. If I tried, like I had to like work at it, but I think I could have been. All right. Anyway, trophy husband is not a thing. ChatGPT writes the intro. We do the show. My name's Kasabian. I have talent on loan from God. I get that from my mentor. Let's go. Live from Las Vegas, it's Kasabian Lavoe Show. And tonight, we ask the real questions. Like, where's Proactive? And are they ghosting us? Because I swear to God, they were on TV every 5 seconds. It turns out the face cream that saved the generation of pimple faces might be toxic. Yeah, my research was terrible. Meanwhile, cows are now catching vibes. I'm serious. Watch the videos on TikTok. I think we covered it. I don't even remember. But if you haven't, there's videos of cows jamming out to jazz music. It's like the most adorable shit that I've ever seen. Except the one video where the guy's like, you ever heard of 357, Hemi? Boom, and scared all the cows. And they're like, Moo, and they ran the fuck off. That's not nice. Zillow dropped a blacklist. And if you're on it, say goodbye to house hunting. Even grandma's basement is out of reach. We'll get into what's changing on Zillow because it's bound to happen. Teslas are now delivering themselves, so if your car pulls up honking and waiting impatient, it's not Uber, it's Elon. I know, right? How dope. Lululemon is suing Costco over their yoga pants. Stretching those copyrights way past downward dog. I have Kasabian. Well, we're checking in Texas. Thoughts and prayers to everyone in Texas. The weather is, there's certain events that I don't like to cover because I feel like it's oversaturated. No pun intended. We will cover this because it's serious. The flooding that took place is I'm sure once in a century. They'll say, I'm not sure yet, but you'll hear some crazy shit. Oh, this is a once in 500 year rain. We'll follow up and see what's going on, but we'll lightly touch on what's happening. And again, thoughts and prayers to everybody that's involved. Listen, I'm in healthcare. If one person passes away, immediately think about 5 other people that are going to be hurt because of that person passing. Now multiply that by about 100 and some odd people. It's a lot of people that are grieving right now. So thoughts and prayers to Texas. And the TSA said we might be able to keep our shoes on. I know that's crazy how y'all don't even know a world before that. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to talk about how things used to be when you used to smoke cigarettes on planes. Crazy as shit, I know. And before I came on, I was on X, just being nosy, and Nicki Minaj was talking shit, and she's talking a lot of shit about Jay-Z. We'll see what she's talking about, because it might be legit. Like, I'm just being serious. I got hiccups. She might have a point, but we'll get into it. And I'll definitely follow up on anything else that she... Wait, what? You see, I don't like how you do that. You just come out of left field and you say shit like this. I'm a toilet husband? I'll fight you. I'll go fight. Stop playing with me like that. Okay, what happened to Proactive, right? You remember Proactive? I never used it, but that shit was everywhere. And don't get me wrong, I maybe considered it. I just got beautiful skin, so I need that shit. But a lot of people use Proactive. I swear to God, I'm getting a new... I think that the shock absorbers on the mount have finally tapped out. Like, I'm just being honest. Man, I want to sock you in the head. Anyway, what happened to Proactive? I Googled it. They got bought out. And then, come to find out, they had to change the formularies and the medications because they weren't that great. Crazy, right? Then they found out it was toxic. Not like, I don't want to talk to you toxic. Like, toxic. Like, you shouldn't be putting this benzenine shit on your face. Crazy, right? The new company that they're under, I don't even know. Don't see their ads. Don't really care. But I was just thinking about that. Like, where did Proactive go? Like, you used to see those goddamn commercials all the time. Just disappeared. I don't know if it really worked. See? I mean, okay. When you say you tried it, do you mean you just tried one? Because I know it came like in a kit, or you got like a single bottle. Did you follow through and do it for like months? You know what I'm saying? Like, just help me out there, because I don't feel like it was a good product, but goddamn, their marketing was great. Now, if you want to have a good time after the show and after you leave a comment below, put a W in the chat. Have you seen cows listening to jazz? Like, I swear to God, it makes me so excited to watch these big ass cows just like they flock to it like the Pied Piper. It's the dopest shit to watch. And one day when I hire a new producer right here, I'll start putting videos so that you can see the cows jamming the fuck out to jazz. And then it'll go swoop, and then the whole thing will be the video, and then it'll swoop again, and I'll go, see? That was the cows. Anyway, let's get into the show. ChatGPT wrote that little portion. ChatGPT just helps me with a bunch of bullshit. My ChatGPT be wild as fuck. My ChatGPT is like Jarvis and Tony Stark. Like, I just be talking shit, and it be answering. So, when I was a realtor, I had an issue posting my houses online because everything was on Zillow. And then I got mad because there's so many rules to posting your property online as a realtor. Too many rules. You got to show the brokerage. It has to be 30 seconds. You got to keep the brokerage up at all times. You got to show the... Bro, what a fucking headache, right? For nothing. To just turn around and look at Zillow posting up every single picture you took, all the descriptions that you've posted, everything just be on Zillow. Now, I didn't have a problem with it. But I had a problem with the idea of paying for a service that was already being done kind of for free, right? Like, they really gotten away with hosting everybody's what should be private information. And it is. It's supposed to be. As a realtor, it should be. Zillow is a terror to real estate. It really is. And you might not want to get it. But as time goes on and agents are not a thing, It's just going to be us and Zillow. So we just have to get used to Zillow and learn how to work Zillow like any other app that you purchase anything on. That's where houses are going. This is where home sales are going. I used to complain all the time. It's been over 100 years that we've sold houses the same exact way. Nothing has changed in how you sell a house. The paperwork, the jargon, maybe slightly, but a computer can do it. It's very monotonous. It's very day-to-day. It doesn't take too many smart people to sell a house. I'm sorry. It takes honestly, you don't have to be smart at all. You just got to pass the test. And you don't got to be smart to pass tests. I'm just being honest. My asthma's been whooping my ass. See, look, 60 months. Oh, it was 60 a month. Damn, bro, you just pay for everything. You pay for the Joe Budden podcast. You pay for fucking Proactive. You don't send no tips over here. You don't send no tips over here. Put a W in the chat. Put a W, not an F, a W. Okay, Zillow's blacklist has started. Zillow just dropped a hammer and your dream home might vanish from your search if your agent doesn't. Following these new rules, your listing could be blacklisted, and we'll explain why Zillow's new policy has real estate agents suing and buyers confused. The thing is, you want your house everywhere because you want the free marketing. Now, the realtors technically had the ball in their hand the whole time, and it seems like some way, somehow, Zillow has outlasted them. And by the time the realtors reacted and started to do anything to try to like course correct, it's too late. Zillow is so fucking big, they run the world. They dropped the ball. Honestly, I think Zillow probably sells more houses than any other fucking website in the world. I'm not even going to Google it. I'm just guessing that is right. The story's out of Business Insider. If you count yourself among the 221 million monthly visitors who scan Zillow or one of the affiliate portals like Trulia, you probably won't notice any changes in your home scrolling habit. And on June 3rd, what? Why is it like that? You probably won't notice changes in your home scrolling habits on June 30th, but it's an important date for the biggest names in home searches. Behind the scenes, Zillow is now using vast machinery to fight a battle that will determine where you find your next home and whether it appears on Zillow at all. Zillow was a thief at one point, technically, kind of, allegedly. Let me not even say that. So, they would take our information and post it. Now it's come to the point where they're going to block your shit. And now you don't get the free marketing through Zillow. So now they're mad because now they won't post their houses. So starting this Monday, Zillow is banning homes listed that have been marketed publicly by a real estate agent, which includes everything from planting a for sale sign in your front yard to posting on Facebook without being shared in the local databases that feed home listings to the rest of the real estate industry, including Zillow and other website searches within one business day. So it's a delay. You don't get to see it right away. I know that doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but it's a big deal. If your dream home is now one day away, you miss it. You may not ever see it because you find some other house and you settle and you never get to get your dream home. That's because it got blacklisted and your fucking agent didn't pay the Zillow fees like they should. And those fucking fees are expensive. While the fight has been going on for a few years, things have recently turned especially ugly. Compass, the large real estate brokerage in the U.S. by sales volume, sued Zillow in federal court last week over the new blacklisting. They can sue all they want. The back and forth leave home buyers and sellers in a weird spot. I've spent months talking to people in the industry about the hidden listing issue, and I'm being left with one big conclusion. If you decide to hire an agent, this came from the person that wrote the article. If you decide to hire an agent, which most people do, you should go into the relationship with your eyes wide open. The rules of the game are changing. Pay attention. You almost don't need an agent. If you've seen the new rules, buyers don't need agents anymore. They don't. The new rule is basically pushing out the buyer's agent. Hard job. Being a buyer's agent is not for me. I was a seller's agent. I never wanted to be a buyer's agent. Even when I help my sellers sell and they're like, hey, can you help us buy? I'd say, no, I'll refer you. I hate the buying process. Not for me. I don't even want to deal with the selling. To be honest with you, that's why I left the whole shit. I don't like none of it. Zillow has all the power now. They are on the internet. They are the biggest platform. They're the most known name. They did it. They outran the realtors and the Realtors Association. And the Realtors Association is falling apart within itself. Everybody's fighting amongst themselves. Percentages aren't what they used to be. Shit, even when I was in the office 6 years ago, the debate was, if you're in the office, offer them 3%. If they're not in the office, you offer them 2.5%. Either way, We're taking $60,000, $70,000 to do our job, which is sell your home and make it easier and convenient. But in reality, the internet has changed all that. And you can really sell your house fairly easily by yourself. Honestly, this is why on the East Coast with attorneys in different states that use attorneys, I kind of like that idea over how we operate here, but I'm out the game, so I don't care. It's not a me thing. Oh, I appreciate that. So, okay, so if you pay me $20 a month for the next 6 months, I'll make sure your face is clear. I don't know how. Pause. I don't know how, but just send me the money. We'll figure it out. I'll send you some shit right back. I got some shit. We'll do something. We'll figure it out. I don't even know how you got that top fan. That's what's up, Gilly Monster. That's crazy. I didn't even know you could do that. Tesla is now self-driving. No, like literally. I know before they self-drove, but when you buy it, it self-drives.
Oh, God.
Literally. No driver, no delivery guy, no problem. Elon Musk has just made history with a Tesla that delivered itself. No one behind the wheel, no one watching remote. Is this the future of car buying? This is nuts. Is it the future of car buying? Should we, what is this? Start buying Starnet? What is Skynet? I don't know what that means. What ChatGPT, stop trying to be cute. Fox Business. Elon Musk celebrated on Friday after a Tesla drove itself from the factory to a customer's home for the first time. In quotes, for the first time, a car has delivered itself to an owner, Musk boasted on X. A day before his 54th birthday, Musk said delivery was done ahead of schedule. This is the first fully autonomous delivery of a Tesla Model Y from the factory to a customer's home across town, including highways. That's amazing. And was just completed a day ahead of schedule. Musk wrote in another post, there were no people in the car at all, no remote operators, and no one controlling at any point. Fully autonomous. I think that shit is dope. Skynet will take over. Is that what that is? I'm so scared. Is Skynet really going to take over? Zillow now is a giant marketing platform that you cannot not be a part of. That's basically it. And that's why that sucks. I worked at a factory because I wanted to know how factories worked, and I finally understood quickly that shit is crazy. If you have clothing that's made in a factory and there's a knockoff brand, what we would call a knockoff brand, can't really call it that, usually whitelisted or white labeled, what happens is that the amazing quality that the great brand has and developed will eventually make its way to a bargain brand. And sometimes the bargain is better than the original or than the higher cost name brand version. And that seems to be happening here with Lululemon and Costco. For the longest, they've said that the Costco leggings are the Lululemon leggings, and there's slight differences, obviously. I have a problem with clothing that does this type of shit because t-shirts don't last for shit. I have 2 Ford authentic t-shirts, right? One is like a $25 Ford t-shirt. The other one is an $80 Ford t-shirt. Obviously, the $80 Ford t-shirt should feel nicer, softer, last longer than the $20 one, right? Right. It does. It fits better. It feels better. It's just a nicer t-shirt with the Ford logo on it, and it's an authentic Ford shirt. You can't be fooled by stickers and tags. Quality is quality. When you're shopping, just look for quality. Sometimes name brands do have better quality. Not all the time, but most of the time. Let's just be honest. And the reason why I purchase designer is because I can't buy bargain shit no more. I'm not spending money like that. You buy more bargain clothes over and over and over and over as opposed to nice designer shit that lasts at least 4 months. God damn. I bought a pack of white tees from Hanes. You wear them twice. Some shit shrink. You like fucking crop tops. You look like fucking Jamie Foxx in them from fucking In Living Color. It's crazy. I bought these beautiful muscle shirts, Tommy Hilfiger muscle shirts. $50. Guess what? Them just the same size as when I bought them a couple months ago. Now I need new ones. It's been like 3 months. But it's better that than wearing crop tops and shit. Look like I'm wearing a sports bra after I wash my goddamn muscle shirts. So, sometimes you got to pay for the name brand shit for the quality. But again, quality is quality. And sometimes the name brand don't have the quality. Very few times does that happen. But it does. It does. Lululemon versus Costco. Lululemon is suing Costco over yoga pants. And it's not just about comfort. It's not about the anti-balls. The whole crush, the idea that anti-bolitas on your pants, them little fuzzies, is a thing. That's amazing. But yes, you heard right. The battle got legal, and this is not about boxer briefs. This is about pants. This is about pants. This is real pants. Source out of Business Insider. See, it's even a reputable source. An apparel designer has weighed in on the controversy. The guy that we're talking about, his name is Nig, N-G. He's on YouTube, and he cuts apart clothing and basically breaks down the sewing, how they sew. So, for example, if it's an expensive stitch, double stitch with the extra, like the really good stitches compared to the cheap, poor stitches, he compares the amount of materials, what type of materials, and then he basically breaks down what a pair of designer jeans, t-shirts, jackets, XYZ, etc. He breaks down the clothing piece by piece. He took the Costco leggings and the Lululemon leggings and did his review. And I mean, what he said was genius. We'll get into it. The controversy surrounding a pair of Costco pants that bear a striking resemblance to a popular Lululemon design. Lululemon sued Costco last month, accusing the warehouse club of infringing its intellectual what's wrong with me? Infringing its intellectual property rights to several designs, including the ABC style of men pants, which I didn't know they had that, named for its anti-ball crushing design. What does this even mean? What is anti-ball crushing? I thought it was the bolitas that shitty pants get. What is anti-ball crushing? See, Fruit of the Loom. Let's see, but Fruit of the Loom you got to buy 40 times, but they don't shrinky dink. YouTuber and CEO of fashion studio Shift Fashion Group, Joe Nig, took a pair of the company. I hope it's Joe Nig. I really do. Because NG, it's Nig, correct? That's how you pronounce this properly? Or is it Nig? I just want to make sure I pronounce it right. Joe took a pair of each company's pants, identified in the complaint, and analyzed them against each other. This is athleisure, okay? Lululemon has created a product that is reliable and people love, but it has a ticket. Costco sells something similar for like $12. It's hard to fight, right? So Nick says in the video that he respected Lululemon's superior design, but was concerned that the company appears to be trying to assert legal control over several common used design elements. This could put smaller companies like his at risk, he said. See, it's not that Lululemon has created something that's amazing. They're just upset that people are going broke and they can't afford $150 leggings anymore, and people would rather go to Costco and purchase the $20 leggings. They're not the same material. Close, not the same. You could say Lululemon is one step up. Shit, we do Fabletics. I think Fabletics is a step up from both of them. How about that? Skims, I heard, is supposed to be really good too. But you're still paying a premium for the same shit. Now, if Lululemon gets away with this lawsuit, because of what they're suing for, the other companies that are going to be affected by it are going to get hurt further. And to be honest with you, there hasn't been any new creations in fashion since the skinny jeans. The fact that they've brought back baggy jeans, but they made them fit and taper, that's an amazing design upgrade. But this is not new fashion. The newest thing that happened to fashion was in the 2000s and 9s and 10s when skinny jeans really erupted on the scene and took over everything. When it went away from rock and roll and it hit, it was skaters and emo kids. Once the rappers did it and them jerkers did it, it was a wrap. But that was the biggest thing to fashion in the 21st century. There hasn't been anything new. Lululemon has a good fight, but I don't think they're going to win. This happens all the time, and this is why we have the Mandala effect. Because Lululemon will fade away and Costco keeps selling these and we'll forget about Lululemon and we'll be like, weren't they different? And the real thing is that the Costco ones will take over. That shit happens all the time. It really does. That's where the Mandala effect came from. That people just, the knockoff takes over. There's more poor people than there are rich. So more people are going to look for a bargain than the opposite. And who's to say that people with money aren't looking for a bargain?
I do it on my lonely.
It's a thing.
When you on top, it get lonely.
Texas flood disasters. Texas is drowning. Over 100 lives have been lost. Dozens are still missing. Now Mexico and California are jumping in to help. The July 4th floods weren't just a storm. They were a catastrophe. The story's out of the Houston Chronicle. I have family in Texas, and my aunt from New Jersey actually just moved to Texas. She's been there for a little while. Just talking to her before the show. And then I got a cousin in Texas. So this hits close to home. The death toll in Kern County due to the deadly floods are now at 94 people, with 161 people still missing in the county, Governor Greg Abbott said in a Tuesday news conference. That happened before the show today. The number of known fatalities in Kern County as a result of the Hill County flooding on July 4th increased by 7 since Tuesday morning when the death toll rose. And it was at 87. Abbott said at least 161 people are still missing after the state's catastrophic floods, and the total death toll across the state has reached 109. Additionally, California has sent urban search and rescue teams to assist with flood recovery and water rescue teams from Mexico. Governor Abbott said Texas will not stop until the job is finished. I do believe him. I don't believe there was any malice, and I think blaming Trump for this situation is a cowardly way out. What happens in a flood or a flash flood situation is very unpredictable. First things first, when it comes to weather, as you should never forget, weather is predicted. We're guessing. We don't know. They're just going to say, it might rain this much. In all reality, there's no certainties in weather, and they won't know until after. So when you hear a weather report, it's a prediction. It's a very, very educational guess that we're using instruments and mad tools to try to get the best, closest idea of what's going to happen. Do they nail it every time? No. But I live in Vegas, and our flood protection and how we operate is second to none. I don't give a shit what anybody has to say. I don't care what Trump or who he's fired. Las Vegas, Nevada has one of the best flood systems that you need to study what we do. It's amazing. I don't have any issues with how we handle things. That shit gets lickety split. You get the alert. Boop, 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 flood. It'll be a trickle outside. They letting you know it might happen. Flash floods will happen here within 5 minutes. When I would go to New York in the summer, every cat bus that you saw was on Stewart Avenue. That was the street I grew up on, Stewart and 23rd Street. The city bus would get carried away by the flooding. Trust me, I get the flooding thing. We just have an amazing system here, and we're able to alert everyone. And I don't think Texas doesn't have a good system. I just think they were caught with their pants down, and this shit happens. The problem that I have is that there's a lot of people that were affected by this, and a lot of lives were lost. So shame on you for whoever likes. Stop blaming Trump for everything. Sometimes you got to take onus for what the fuck happened. And people got hurt because somebody didn't do their job. That's about it. Excuse me. Clean my room. What room? Oh, look who it is. Nuh-uh. Oh, yeah. Dog, you never come in here, so you don't even know what I got, fool. Pay attention, way. Pay attention. Look at everything. Welcome in, fool. Welcome in. Everybody. Hello. Just want to shout out my boys. Loner's always here. Shout out to Loner. That's always a big deal. And Gilly Monster. Shout out to Gilly Monster for being here. But we got DJ Fatty. Mira, this fool, he DJs every other day on TikTok. It'd be like 400 people in there. It's crazy. I ain't never seen so many people in somebody's live. This dude's lives be crazy as shit. When Gilly Monster be going live, it'd be like 1,000 people in there. I can't even get my chat in. Y'all gotta go see what they do on TikTok. It's crazy. Like, if y'all haven't seen what they do, like, it's basically like watching Tiesto and like Daddy Yankee DJing. So pay attention. Go follow them on TikTok. These are the boys. I had to catch myself because I almost said your name. Shout out to the boys. Nah, go check them out. They put on a great show on TikTok. It's a good time. Make sure you head over there and check them out. Show some love. Drop some gifts. Those are my dudes. Loner makes beats. Loner, put up a fucking link so we can sell your beats. Loner made the Joe Budden drop. That's Loner's voice when you hear Joe Budden. That's Loner. When he was a little boy, he recorded that for Joe. He just don't like telling people that. That's Rory's nephew. That's the one that's who Rory always be talking about, his little nephew. That's his little dusty ass nephew right there, Loner. So if y'all ain't know, that's Rory McFarrell's nephew. The Joe Budden voice. That's him right there. Loner Beats. Google it. I swear to God. TSA is not making people take their shoes off. I'm not fat, so it doesn't bother me, but I got fat friends and it bothers them. But this just leads me to a time before TSA was so strict. There was a time when people went to the airport with like weapons and liquor and drugs and smoked cigarettes in the plane. Shit was crazy. It was fucking insane. People would be like, Marlboro, Newport, all up in the fucking airport. Disgusting as fuck. It is amazing how disgusting we were in the 80s and 90s, and that shit just went away like it never happened. Then 9/11 happened. Everything went haywire. Couldn't go to the airport. My name's Kasabian. Do you think I walked through the fucking airport after 9/11 comfortably? Fuck no. My little brother, his name's Kareem. They had to rub like fucking this jelly bomb detection shit on him because of his fucking name. And he's got a real terroristic face. Little fucker's got a fucking face that come pinga. You know what a come pinga face is? My little brother got a come pinga face. So they had to put that shit on him because he like a come pinga when he was coming to the airport. Don't be a come pinga when you go to the airport. ¿Tú entiendes? It's not good for you. But listen, there was a point in time where you literally went on a plane and just did what the fuck you wanted. Then there's a picture of a plane from Puerto Rico where they put us all on folding chairs, by the way. That's a real thing. No seatbelts, just folding chairs, okay? From Puerto Rico to New York. Literally dropped us off on a Grand Concord. Amazing. But there was another time on planes where shit got weird in like the 2014s and 2015s when people started taking emus and fucking support alligators and shit on the plane, and people were taking pet pigs and shit to keep them calm because everybody had anxieties. Oh, I got anxiety. I got a pet emu. Bitch, we're at Apple. You don't have anxiety. You suffer from I need attention. There's a difference. I have anxiety. My eyes get pinned. Heart gets to racing. You get all clammy and shit. And you get kind of scared like that. You're like, ay, Dios mío, ¿qué papá? What happened? That's anxiety. Look, I feel it right now. I started playing with it. Beat that. Don't play with me. I don't got an emu. I don't have an emu. I'll hug my dog. I'll hug my Baymax. I go, come here, Baymax. Man hug. And then walk away. So, I just want people to understand that us going back to no shoes or not taking shoes off is a big deal. A dude put a bomb in his shoe and tried to blow up a fucking plane. Don't forget. He put a bomb in his Adidas or some shit. I don't even want to put that on Adidas. I don't even know what brand it was. But he put some shit in his sneaker and tried to blow up the plane. That's why they make everybody take their shoes off. Shit's crazy. Just being honest, the shit's crazy. If you didn't know, now you know. You might finally get to keep your shoes on at TSA. Homeland Security's changed the game at the airport. No more barefoot sprinters through the scanner. But is there a catch? Something's got to give, right? Stories out of Los Angeles Times. Do you dread taking your shoes off at the airport through security? Asthma. I'm fine. That requirement's going away at airports in the United States, which means agents for the Transportation Security Administration will allow you to keep your footwear on while undergoing security screenings. Listen, I got big homies. They don't like taking off their shoes, or they come with chanclas and they got big ass nasty feet. I don't want to see it. Keep your chancletas at home and wear shoes. Christy Nome, the security of Homeland Security, announced this change on Tuesday afternoon. This sounds like a good change. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm serious. It's a good thing. Because first it's like, okay, no more shoes. And then, you know what? Maybe you guys can smoke a little bit of cigarettes on the plane. And then you're like, what? We can smoke cigarettes on the plane? I know we're not like a lot of cigarettes. Maybe like vape. You know, that's what they might do. They might go, oh, maybe we could just vape a little bit. I'm serious. That's how that shit happens. Before I started the show, I was just doing some research, trying to see if I could find anything different, just something that was catching my attention. Nicki Minaj was talking so much shit to Jay-Z. Everybody needs to watch out and make sure Nicki don't get hurt. Nicki Minaj says Jay-Z owes her millions. She's airing it all out on X, and she's claiming that title. Hey, did y'all ever call title Tadale? I swear to God, when it first came out, he called it Tadale. Wasn't it Tadale? And then they were like, nah, it's title. Wasn't it? Am I tripping? I'm not tripping. The Tadale stake got lowballed while everyone else cashed out. Is she right or is she wilding again? You know, Nicki be, reckless sometimes. Oh, my bad. Nicki's a gangster for sure. Nicki's in my top 5 best rappers alive, by the way, and dead. She's just in my top 5. She's amazing. Stories that are complex because they're watching everybody's fucking move. Did Cardi B's BBL really stink? Is that what that guy said, that her BBL stunk? I don't even know why I'm asking. That's none of my business. Stories at a complex. Nicki Minaj called on Jay-Z to pay up during a rant on X, formerly known as Twitter. Do we really have to say that? We just call it X. After weeks of shading the rapper and media mogul on Tuesday, July 8th, Minaj continued her recent claims that Jay-Z owed her millions of dollars for her stake in Tidal. Upon launching the music platform in 2015, 15 artists, including Nicki, Beyonce, Rihanna, J. Cole, and Ye, were gifted 3% of Tidal equity when it was worth $56 million in 2021. Wait. Stop. There's supposed to be a period there. Tidal's equity when it was worth $56 million. In 2021, Tidal was sold to Jack Dorsey, who owned Square, for $302 million. Fuck! That's a shitload of money, Nick. Minaj and other celebrity owners reportedly kept their stakes after the sale. The rapper said that she was offered $1 million for her shares of the company, not the around $9 million, which would be 3% of $300 million, that the company was valued at. I mean, she's not wrong. If you own 3%, your 3% carries on to that sale, and that should have been negotiated within the sale. We've calculated about $100 to $200 million so far. Hashtag Jay-Z, call me. Let's settle this karmic debt. You know what's really frustrating me? That's a lot of fucking money, but only Nicki can say this shit. Who else is gonna? You think Ye gonna say something? Ye don't give a fuck. I think Ye brought it up before. I think Rihanna brought it up before. This whole Tidal thing was a mess. Nicki thinks that she's gonna get her money and interest if she keeps doing it this way. I don't think this is a good idea. I think that Nicki should go about this the right way. But hey, sometimes you want to go on the internet and do something strange for some change. But let's see if we can find some music to end the show today. Let's play some of this. I had a spectacular show. How about you? If I could figure out how to do this on TikTok, y'all could DJ, I could sit my ass here, and it's lit.
Lavoe.
Litty lit lit.
Kasabian.
Lavoe. I am the one that they look at, cause I'm different. Listen, we already knew that he gifted. On a whole nother wave, we hit it concave. Up for days, pseudo insomnia. I really don't sleep. Watching the internet like that could have been me. The sacrifices that were made, I do them shits like every day. I won't say that I'm rich till I see 20 M's. Thought I would have it by now. 31, only 3.5 milli right now. Man, that shit was 7 years ago. Well, it's that time again where we do this song and we leave from the show. V like 2233 East Stewart Avenue, where I show my ass in that brand new all black on black. How you like that with the back to back when them cops came? I was balls out asking to buy the robbery. They knew that it wasn't me. A convenience store that saw a 4-door all black Ford. I bet you they knew all their names. Knew who I was. It's still Kasabian. I can get ignorant. It's Empire till they bury me. 11 will carry me. I pray to God no casualties. There'll never be another me. Friend or foe, they enemies. So why not DJ envy me? Angela Yee, or better yet, Kasabian the guy. Rose gold me. Rose gold me. That was a play off the Breakfast Club. Basically, how you like your eggs. If I'm lit and bacon, them hot cakes, I came for the bread and the spread. Did you hear that? If I'm lit and bacon. Damn. Spent 20K on. My name is Kasabian. Live in the moment, don't live in the past. Be safe, stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you, Wayne. On my home decor, off my own store. Told you, bitch, I'm a star. Told me I wouldn't go far. You went to school for what? Your money ain't greener than mine. Your money ain't longer than mine.